Ah, prayer beads, time-worn prayer beads with 30 woolen knots. The zeal gushing from the beads impregnates the wool better than the tallow from the owner's strong fingers. The object pulses with a mixture of blue rapture, purple passion, and graphite fierceness. Fierceness. The touch of the beads burns, but it also attracts. Trace certain Rasputin. Draw a conclusion. Rasputin's wish. Rasputin has a magnetic zeal and passion. He is a man with an attractive personality, strong and fierce, who is easy to follow. One just has to be careful not to get burned by the flame of his ardor. You've acquired the knowledge of or context required to give a response. Say that now you've got everything you need. Examine the object. I think I
I'll
got
return
everything I
to
need.
you in a moment.
Okay.
I can hardly wait.
What do we have to do now? Observation. Observation are information that you acquired by interacting with people and items. Observation make up conclusions, a valuable source of knowledge about the world and events that can help you in different situations. Okay. Perception and objects. Thaumaturge possesses perceptions which allow them to read other people's emotions, actions, words, and thoughts left on items. In order to recognize them, you must develop the heart, deed, word, and mind dimensions sufficiently. Traces. On some items, you will find a trace of someone's personality. It takes one of the three forms. Unknown, you see it for the first time. Familiar, you have seen it before, but you're not certain who it belongs to. Certain, you know exactly who left it. Traces are only revealed once you pass the test of perception on the item.
Let's take a look around.
Okay. What is this? Dirty ball. A dirty ball that someone has eaten stew from. Dimension for Stulu. Word 1. Unknown trace. Uh, Haircloth. A penitential device for voluntarily self mortification of the body. Dimensions for Stulu. Mind 1. Penitential. Do we have anything else over here? Oh, something over there.
Who would have thought there were
Prayer
such
book.
layers of passion within it?
An ornate prayer book contains prayers from the Russian Orthodox Rite. It vibrates with the languishing moan of delight, the touch of silk, the scent of courtly powder, but that which is soft and warm is also pierced by the thorns of impending separation and longing. Dimension force to load deed 1. Trace certain Rasputin. I need to draw conclusions. Rasputin's passion. Who would have thought that this priest had such passion? Surprisingly, the mask of a healer conceals an outstanding lover, irresistible to women's heart and bodies. Perhaps this is one of his healing methods. Or touching others' bodies. Uh,
What have you learned, wizard?
Well, you're a zealous man. It permeates every level of your personality, your faith, your abilities.
Not such an impressive discovery.
huh?
I haven't finished yet. In Petersburg, you left behind a very devoted and very young lady-in-waiting.
At least one, my friend.
Rasputin
What
will
is
remember
it?
this. Okay.
Tell me again, why were you looking for me?
Tell him what problem you got. Ask about the lady in waiting from Petersburg. I'm gonna ask the lady about. I'm, I'm gonna ask about the lady.
I can't help but ask you about that young lady from Petersburg.
Careful. I'm starting to like you. But not enough to tell you about Petersburg. How do you think I might help you?
A few years ago, I attempted to catch a wild saluter, and that ended with me losing contact with my first saluter. That means I can't develop my abilities. I know that my Uber is there. Sometimes he shows himself, but I can't feel the link anymore. Generally speaking, I'm losing it more and more each day. If it disappears, my mind, I'll lose my sense of reality. I'll fall into madness.
I don't know if I can help you.
A proud answer. It's not only draw from your flaws, pride level, but also. Oh, okay. Say you can pay him well. Say you're prepared to beg.
I've got money, if that's what matters.
Give it to the needy. Your riches mean nothing to me. I meant
Shit.
I don't know if I'm able to help you. My gift is something I've received from God. If I've helped others, I can't say. And I've never treated a thaumaturge.
Maybe just do the same with me as with the others.
We can try. Focus on my voice. You are safe. As long as you can hear my voice, you are safe. Let me gaze into your mind. Let me see through your eyes. Let me...
Where am I?
Oh,
There's no one in here.
I'm in another dimension. What do we have? Uh,
I need to
okay.
get out of here.
Okay.
What is this sound? Shackles?
Up here. Up here.
You're blind. You've never grasped the science of spotting the perfectly obvious. Can you still not see?
What do I supposedly not see?
Flaw clouds your vision. It always has. Pride. Your damned pride and sense of superiority.
I must have gotten that from you, Father.
Oh.
You'll lose, idiot. You always do. You're even losing against yourself. You can't see, but can you at least hear? You're weak, stupid, and blind.
All of them at once? Weak, stupid, and blind?
Do you hear me? Do you? Do you?
I can see, Father. Clearly.
What the shit?
Will you be lying there much longer? I wanted to sweep.
Okay.
Where's Rasputin?
In the cemetery, chasing away evil spirits and giving people comfort. You all right?
Yes, yes. Absolutely.
I wanted to sweep.
I'm just heading out.
Whatever.
It's so good to see you again.
Ah, our companion
It's
is
something
back.
else. I saw him clear as day. It wasn't a vision. It was a salutar, unbound by a pact. A wild one. And if so, that means there's someone in the village with a flaw that's attracting it.
You talking to me?
I was praying.
I wanted to sweep.
She wanted to sweep. All right. Okay. So, taming a salutar. Up here. Find find Rasputin at the cemetery. He's outside of tavern. Multiple objectives. Quests have multiple objectives. Freely switch from the one you'd like to track. After switching the objective will reveal a path to follow. Sometimes this path is so mysterious that it eludes even an experienced thaumaturge. No worries, the remaining objective will provide a way to solve the quest. Okay, so find Rasputin, find the person with the flaw that the wild salutar is seeking. I think I'll find the Rasputin. What the hell is this? Protective charm made of strings, sticks, and feathers. It's supposed to protect the residents from the influence of evil power. Anything else in here?
What do we
What is
have?
this?
They'll all gawk, but without lifting a finger. Just, Vesna will bring it, Vesna will help. But if Vesna needs help with something, there's nobody to be found. That's not yours, don't touch! All these newcomers causing more problems.
Okay, that was inappropriate. Dropped apple. A bruised crimson apple. Vesna was trembling, dropped a fruit basket, and left this orphan behind. Vesna has left her distinct trace on the fruit. It consists of a heart fluttering in panic and a throat painfully clenched. A bite of this apple would taste of her pure fear. Okay. Log on the screen? No. I think I'll go find Rasputin. Rah, rah, Rasputin.
Excuse me. I need to get to the local cemetery. Could you give me a lift?
I've only just come back from the post office this morning. I'm not getting the horse going again. Back to the cemetery. It's not like anyone there is going to run away. And look, my horse is more dead than alive.
Coachman doesn't want to take me to the cemetery. If I use my power, I should be able to change his attitude. Something continues to elude you. Keep searching.
I'll be right back.
Okay, so we have to find the traces so that we can manipulate him. Manipulation using thaumaturge. Using thaumaturgy, you can manipulate other people. First, you must know a person's secret, which you can learn by making conclusion. If the manipulation is available, the character interaction icon will change, and the upper will appear next to the character. Ah, okay. Examine. Shovel. The shovel still shows traces of mud and ice. The coachman had to free the wagon's wheel from the soft soil that had engulfed them. What do we have here? Examine. Rag. The coachman used the rag to wipe the sweat from his forehead. The rag reeked with the sour odor of fatigue. Attempt to free the wheels from the soft soil made the spin crack like a fishbone, and the muscle burned with fire, and no one would help. Such was his job, such was his fate. Draw conclusion. Uh, Coachman. The coachman is tired of. Sorry. The coachman is tired and weary. He worked hard at unloading the wagon alone, and all he dreams of is a moment of rest. I can relieve his suffering. Wait, are we going to kill the coachman? Manipulate the coachman.
I'm not going anywhere.
Make the coachman's fatigue go away.
Maybe you'll change your mind and drop me off at the cemetery after all.
Well, on the other hand, this place isn't much more exciting than the cemetery, and I need to take the horse out for a ride, so get on.
Oh, so this is how we can manipulate people. Only certain people, I guess. Okay, we have two upgrades. How can we do the upgrades? Is there any way to upgrade? I mean, I don't have to. Alright, anyways. This is the rural cemetery. There, this is a cemetery. There is a village. And we cannot go through the fog. Okay. Can we go up here? Nope. Still the fog over here. So I guess this wagon guy, the coachman, is going to be our, uh, you know, what do you call it? A traveling, sort of like a fast travel thing. There you go. There's Rasputin.
You're alive. Does that mean I helped, Thaumaturge?
Thank him for his help. Explain what changed.
I see him. My Uber. He's back. I can feel our bond growing stronger as each moment passes.
I'm happy for you, but do restrain your joy. We're in the cemetery.
uh, Overjoying in the cemetery. Thank him for his
I
help.
don't have enough words to thank you for what you've done for me. I haven't felt this way in years.
I'm glad I could help.
Ask what he's doing here.
When I heard you were at the cemetery, I was sure I'd see you resurrecting the dead.
Not yet. Today I'm just praying for rest for Vasily's soul. The whole village is suffering after his loss. He was the elder here.
He cursed this place. Since he died, darkness and misfortune have hung over the village.
You see? To them, every harm comes down to witchcraft. They believe that after Vasily's passing, the village was possessed by some monster that howls at night or some other yuffets.
Doom. Local says that since the death of the village elder, doom has hung over the village. Minor quarrels immediately turn into bloody fights, and people are tense with withdrawal. Things are not looking good. Ask about the district elder's death.
How did this elder die?
There was a fire, sir. Flames shooting sky high, and him burning, swearing, speaking curses. And the curse stuck. Those ruins seem a profaned place now. A wicked spirit has taken over the blighted land.
Don't encourage her. Once she gets going, it can't be stopped.
This could also be the work of a Salita.
What do you mean?
Ask the elder's death. Visali's death was not peaceful. The elder's death in the flames that consume his house. The ruins are thought to be cursed, and locals speak of them with horror. Ask the woman about the ill fortune hanging over the village.
What changed in the village after the elder died?
It's all dreadful, sir. Everything's gone topsy-turvy. When folks get to arguing now, they're so hot-headed. Before you know it, they're at one another's throats. Ladies have no patience for kids, nor lads for ladies, nor neighbors for neighbors. Any word might seem offensive and like an insult waiting to happen. Then you've got to fight.
Tragedies such as Vasily's death leave their mark on everyone. It takes time to come to terms with something like this. That doesn't mean this place is possessed by dark forces.
Tell him they might be right.
As you were healing me, I had a dream, a vision. But on the borderline of sleep and wakefulness, I thought I saw a salutor. That's what might be influencing the villagers in Wailing at night.
They're good people, but none too bright, Victor. I'm afraid they might be talking about a train.
The wise woman was saying the evil spirit is a Bukavach.
Book
Does the
of
creature
book
hunting
of
you
what?
rattle chains, slither around, and have a mouth full of giant fangs?
A Bukavach.
Where did this elder live?
I'll show you. Let's allow Vasily's soul to rest for today. Amen.
Okay, search Vasily's burned homestead. Well, let me search something else over here, see if there's anything that I need. Oh, examine. Yep. Deed. Elders Vasily's grave. Elder Vasily died only a year ago and his tombstone has clearly already been damaged. Why? Exactly, why? Do we have anything over here? Nope. Back to Rasputin! Where should we go? Ah, burned homestead. What is this? Burnt homestead. Locals recall the place with longing for lost peace and light marked by the death it has been cursed. Yes, I want to go to the homestead. It is said that when entering the cursed land, one must turn to the right 3 times.
I felt something.
Ah. Teed. Belt. A charred old trouser belt with the heavy metal buckle. So, Rasputin, what do we have here? Do you know anything? Do you know everything?
What
Anything?
do you expect to find in this place? Fire was almost a year ago.
Time doesn't matter much here. I'm looking for clues and personal traces that will lead me to whoever's carrying the flaw that lured the salutor here.
I see. I thought I could be helpful to you, but I don't really understand what you're telling me.
Ask why he came with you.
Why did you want to come here with me?
I have never gotten to know a Thaumaturge so closely. I'd like to learn as much as possible about your abilities.
Say why you have multiple salutors in dangers. Say why having multiple salutors is dangerous.
If I do manage to catch another salutor, that would be a very rare occurrence, in fact. An ordinary Thaumaturge wouldn't even try it more than once. Only a few have multiple salutors.
Why?
Tell him what happened to you when you tried it once. Say the others are coward.
Because they're afraid. Like the ones who claimed humans wouldn't learn to fly or even reach the pole. But the failure of others doesn't mean those people are right. It means a mistake was made somewhere.
Isn't this exactly the sort of thinking that caused your problems that led you to me?
It doesn't matter anymore.
Then what's changed?
This time, I've got you with me.
Explain what traces are.
People always leave behind individual bits of their personality, even on everyday objects and such. I can decipher the thoughts and actions imprinted on these objects, and then match them to their owner. This lets me gather immense knowledge about a person, especially if I need to find someone.
What else can you do?
Tell me about flaws and salutars.
Above all, flaws are deeply hidden marks left in human souls. They form under the influence of tragic events.
What does that have to do with salutors? Is that Latin?
Yes, from the word newcomer. People have always taken salutors to be spirits, demons, or imps.
Like from those fairy tales, the wise woman and the other old crones tell the locals.
Sometimes, those sorts of fairy tales and legends describe how humans perceive a salutor. They don't take a physical form. Salutors are attracted to the flaws hidden within people. Thaumaturges discover these flaws inside someone, bring them to the surface, and adopt them to lure the salutor. Those are the moments when I've usually failed. I haven't been able to hold on to a salutor. I didn't know how to bind one to myself.
What about you? Do you have a flaw?
Oh, yes. Say what flaws you're concealing. Don't reveal your flaws to him. Change the subject.
I bear the flaw of pride.
I wouldn't have guessed.
And now, thanks to your help, I can once again discover those flaws and the salutors hiding behind them. And I think I'm now able to catch my second salutor. I need to look around this place a little more.
Rasputin will
I
remember
won't
this.
stop you.
Okay. Uh, let's see. We got the burned buckle over here.
Can you feel it? It's the smell of mystery.
What is this?
True fear.
Ragdoll, a charred ragdoll. It appears old. The doll is caked with a hard crust of fear. Its layers are like the varnish on an age-old painting. A child's fear, a girl's terror, a young woman's dread. They form a cocoon smelling of turpentine that constricts the throat and forces tears from the eyes. Trace certain. Vesna. Alright. Okay. Anything else in here? No. Ah, shit. Okay. You research the Burnstead. Vasily's burned homestead. Examine. Word. Door frame. A destroyed door frame. By some miracle, it survived the fire. Dimension force too low. Word. Fear of the flame has embedded itself deep in the fabrics of the doorframe, and trepidation about losing a loved one. Okay.
A horrible death.
Place of death. Thaumaturgy point. Place of death. Dried of blood stain. It has soaked deep into the burned board of the house. The blood sounded like suffering. It flowed quickly. The wound inflicted with the scissors wasn't large, but it was accurate. Life left the body, the heart went into a spasm, and the mind recognized the end. It lasted for some time, and then the flames came, and the pain resounded anew.